opponent, Aspen, last. That lays out the plan for the day. Without further ado, let's bring in our first set of athletes, Bubba Jenkins and Chris Wade. And Chris, I'll start with you. I know you're a little bit disappointed to not be in the finals, of course, but the PFL says, hey, we want you to come in, take this rivalry fight. Let's get this trilogy going. What was your interest and what was your initial reaction when you said, let's do this?
Yeah, I was a little surprised because this isn't something that typically the PFL does, right? It's all structured around the season and then into that championship final. So leaving the hotel in San Antonio, honestly, I was throwing shit out because I was like, I don't need this I won't need this till April, if anything. So I definitely thought that was a wrap for the season, but it was a pleasant surprise for me. I'm somebody who, while I'm here and I'm in this game, like while I'm healthy, I want to compete. So anytime someone calls, like you can ask them. There's been times like last season I didn't fight on the final, but I asked to fight on the final. I think Shane needed somebody, someone got hurt, or Marlon needed somebody, had gotten hurt, and I threw mine right away. I'm just trying. So that's why I jumped on it.
Much respect. All right, we'll get to Bubba in just a second. Media already lining up. Appreciate it. Just raise your hand there virtually if you're looking for a question. Bubba, I'll ask you. I know the stakes aren't what you were hoping for as well, but you are on the card. This is a fight that people are looking very much forward to. So what's your anticipation for this matchup a little more than a week out?
Man, I'm very, very excited, very humble. I didn't give the performance that I had, that I wanted last time. I've had an amazing year so far. I've had amazing, 2 years, being in the finals last year and just coming short. And, I'm humbled. I'm excited for the opportunity and, was super, super happy that the PFL, considered this for me. This is something that, I in a sense needed because I didn't feel as though that, my last performance was the one that I even had for camp. I trained very well and every minute of camp, except for inside the cage, was a beautiful moment. So, we had another good camp and we're trying to fix the wrongs and then come back and, focus on Batman things.
I love it. Well, I'm glad that this fight came together. I was calling for it. I know a lot of people were calling for it, so glad both you guys agreed to it. Now we'll turn it over to the media so they can ask you guys questions. Tani, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, Gabriel, please start us off.
Hey, thank you guys. First off, just a question for Chris Wade. You talked about it a little bit, but the platform of the championship card, just when you've been in the PFL for so long, how much does it mean to you to still be a part of the biggest event of the year for the promotion?
It means a lot. Like we said earlier, little disappointing, obviously, to not be fighting for that title, but still love to compete, and I do love the PFL. I love everything that they're about. They just keep taking big steps. Like every 6 months or so, you see something new and crazy go down. So I'm just excited for their growth. I'm excited that I started out with them. It's been really cool to just watch the exponential building of this thing. So to be a part of the card in the final, that's awesome. I always want to be on that show.
And then I have a question for Bubba. Bubba, obviously this is a fight that you're motivated for, but you were announced as the backup. Is there still a part of you that's just making sure, like, hey, we're going to be 145 on the dot just in case for that featherweight final?
Yeah, weight's good. Everything's amazing. Camp's been absolutely beautiful. And, there is not really a part of me that's still looking for that world championship. I have conceded to the fact that I did not do everything that I was supposed to do. Next year I'm coming back hungry and even more mad. I'm completely focused on Karen for this fight. And, next time y'all want to do an interview with us together, maybe call me after he's done because I cannot stand hearing this dude's voice talk. He is a terrible interview, and this is dry and I'm already ready to go to sleep because I just woke up. But yeah, next time let's try to do a different timing or schedule because he is the worst interview to watch. Good God.
Well, now I think we're just more interested for the fight. Thank you, gentlemen.
Terrible.
Anik.
Chris, I got a question for both of you. Chris, has the PFL said anything to you about if Jesus Pinedo were to miss weight and Bubba were to take his spot? Is there any backup opponent for you, or are you just kind of focused on Bubba?
Yeah, I've been wondering that a little bit because obviously he had the weight issue last fight, and this time around that would lead to him being out because this is a title fight. So I don't really know what would go on there, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's $1 million fight. I'm going to assume the guy's he's gonna make the weight probably. But if that went down, man, it went down. You just got to be ready. That's all you can do. So I'm not gonna sweat that too much. I'm going to just prepare like we're fighting him.
Understood. Best of luck. And Bubba, welcome to DC. I'm wondering what song are you going to walk out to, and do you have any connections to the city?
I'm from the DMV, so I'm right in my backyard. Virginia's going to be out there in full force, especially for this fight. So we're going to have a lot of people in the crowd, in the stands, in the hotel rooms. It's going to be a Batman event for sure. But no connections to DC other than it's Virginia's backyard. And I'm always going to be walking out to Bad to the Bone. That's who I am. That's what we're doing.
I'm excited to see you both go at it. Best of
Of course,
luck.
I'm gonna have to mute out "Highway to Hell" and that dumbass song before Wade comes out. But we already know the crowd gonna be rocking with "Bad to the Bone."
Understood. Best of luck.
Ronald.
This is Ronald E. Smith. Question for Chris. Chris, as you're hearing right now, there's still no love lost between you and Bubba. Dude, this is going to be a road match between you two. Does it give you more motivation because you're facing him and the relationship y'all have with each other?
I mean, yeah, of course it does. You have to be dead, no pulse, to not be motivated by some of the shit that comes out of this guy's mouth. I mean, it's been a long time I've been living in your head, a long, long time. I mean, I haven't even said anything directed toward you yet, and you're like, you can't help it. You got to jump on. Oh, I can't listen to this guy. Bro, fucking mute it then. I don't care what you have to say. Mute it. Do whatever you got to do. You're already late. You're a fucking bum.
And for Bubba, this is like from Wade, what would it mean for you to beat him for this coming fight?
It would mean I did what I was supposed to do, and what I did not that long ago. How quickly he forgets. I beat the shit out of him literally in April, not on some April Fool's Day, but I made him look like a fool. And this Black Friday is going to be Batman things. I'm dressing in all black for his funeral. The fact that we have this fight is all due to me. He should be thanking me. He should be sending me a Christmas gift for Thanksgiving because he has nothing to do with this night. He hasn't seen this night in 3 years. He's going to lose for his third time more than anyone this year. He's had 4 fights and going to lose 3 of them this year. PFL won't see him next year. This will be his last time in the PFL. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you throwing out all your shit. You're probably going to get new gear, new information, new organization, and all that. Thank you for being in the PFL. We haven't seen you we haven't had a good year since I was going through a divorce. And other than that, man, we truly are here for the moment that I wanted and the moment that the PFL wanted.
Let me hear that excuse again. How quickly you fucking forget what I did to you.
You haven't done anything since I was in a divorce. That's all I'm going to say.
You got nothing
you
but
literally have done nothing to the PFL
excuses.
Since you beat me.
I've done nothing for the PFL. I got highlights.
Since you beat me, you have done absolutely fucking
nothing. What have you done? What the fuck have you done?
I was in the finals last year. I was the number 1 seed this year, and I made a mistake for about 8 minutes.
KO'd.
Bro, you're a terrible interview.
Come out
go ahead. The rest of you guys can go ahead and ask your questions.
You get TKO'd. One or the other. Two fucking options. And that's what's going to happen again.
Ask your question. Karen, quiet.
Singlet on, or you can
someone mute him.
One or the other. One or the other.
Karen, there are people on the line. Quiet.
Sounds like the people's main event. Thank you, gentlemen.
No problem.
Ben.
And you should be thanking me, Karen. Make sure you thank me.
The fuck up.
They were never even going to consider you. I was
So
like,
much
no,
love
Rob,
here in
please,
this
please
fight.
bring
What's
Karen. Please bring Karen on because I need something to do. If Pinedo doesn't make weight, I'm of course the alternate. But if Pinedo doesn't make weight, if Braga doesn't make weight, if I don't make weight, they're still not going to consider Karen. He's literally the sixth seed. He wasn't even considered for the playoffs. But I mean, I digress. I'm sorry.
I wasn't
Let's go.
considered, but I fought in the playoffs. How funny is that? I wasn't even considered, and I am a
You
fucking
fought in the playoff. How'd you get there? How'd you get there being the number 5 seed?
as the alternate.
How
How many points did I have? How many points?
You're right. Go ahead, Karen. You're right. You got that.
Yeah. You got the
All
math.
right.
You
What's
got the
going
math.
on, guys? We'll get this back on track real
Yeah.
quick. Let's take it to Chris Wade. You just earned your brown belt several weeks ago from Coach Greg. I was hoping that you could break down what that achievement means for you.
Means a lot to me. I'm somebody who actually respects, this sport and everything around it. So working my way toward black belt and for the gym, that's definitely a meaningful thing for sure.
And to take it to Bubba, now you had 11 Bellator fights. This will be your 11th PFL fight. What do you feel about the prospect of everything being under one promotional roof?
I love it, man. I love everything that Bellator had done for me, and I love everything that PFL is doing for me. I'm a big fan of these organizations that just continue to try to do different things, and I'm all about MMA growing in every aspect, and I think it's going to be awesome. There's a lot of guys in the Bellator that were blessed by the higher ups that they had a little stock in the game, and I was looking for a lot of those guys. The only reason why I left is because they wouldn't give me the opportunities I was looking for. So now that it's full circle and they got to come see me, and I'll be a face to reckon with. It's a beautiful thing. My word says they make a table in the presence of your enemies. So I think my table is being made, and I'm definitely going to eat on Thanksgiving.
I love it. Now, lastly, for me, I was hoping because there's so much love between you guys. What's one nice thing you could say to each other? We'll start with you, Chris.
Fuck that.
I like Chris. I like Chris. I like his. I mean, Karen. My bad. I started wrong. I like his agent. Karen's got one of the best agents in the game.
Yes, can agree there. Same.
So,
There we go.
he suckered him into this fight, and he told him, "Yeah, we should definitely sell this fight because you need another fight, being in the finals 2 years in a row and kind of slipping. So yeah, we would like for you to get that." And I said, you know what, Ali, that makes sense. You know what, you are one of the best agents in the game. So that makes
talk all that shit,
Hey,
but
Karen,
surprised
I'm
if you're the one without that roster spot
Wait.
next year, buddy. Don't be fucking surprised. Don't be surprised if you're the one sitting outside after all that shit you talk. Because you know what? If karma's a thing, you fucking deserve
you're gonna
it.
be on your third
You
loss
fucking
this year,
deserve it.
bro.
Wait till you're shaking your
You're gonna be on
fucking
your
head,
third loss.
looking up, asking God
You're
what
gonna have
happened.
more losses than
Wait,
anyone in
you
the
got some
PFL
fucking
this year.
self-reflection to do, brother. You really do.
All right, let's not do the brother thing, because one thing we are not is brothers. All right, brother.
Yeah,
You are not my kid. We don't look alike. We're not cut from the same tree.
Kid. The fuck
Please,
is kid and
understand.
brother? What are you talking
Hey,
about?
brother. Hey, listen. Just relax.
Hey,
Karen, there are people online. Just chill, bro. Chill.
is that's how we could do it? You could do the white thing. That's how this can run. Yeah, Karen
Are you gonna try again, Karen? Because I said brother. Come on, Karen? Are you about to go tell someone again? Go tell on me again.
tell someone again. Whom have I ever fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Who
You
have I ever
stay
told
telling. All right. Do you want to
what?
go over the story?
Who?
Do you want to go
What?
over the story?
What did I
when
do?
you thought I missed weight and you called everybody in the fucking organization wanting not only to see the film, not only to see the audio of me missing weight, you called our agent, you called Ray Cepho, you called everybody in the PFL like, oh my God, I heard Bubba didn't make weight. I want to see it. I want to see it. Just that here to make sure that we would. So
I
what?
want your
So
money.
what? You just claimed
You
that?
miss
All right,
weight.
Karen. All right,
You give
Karen.
me 20%
All right, Karen.
of your purse.
All right,
I'll
Karen.
take your
All right,
money.
so what? So what? I called 17 different people to make sure that you didn't make.
So I'm supposed.
Okay.
So
All right,
I'm supposed
Karen.
to
Go
let
ahead.
you weigh whatever you want on
Whose
the scale.
question is next? I'm done talking to Karen. I'll go with anybody but Karen.
It doesn't make any sense. So you just talk over it. Of course, if you miss, I want the fucking extra purse.
But I didn't miss.
No, I didn't know that because it didn't say that.
No, you just heard
No, I didn't.
146 and didn't hear the last
No, I heard
part and was like, oh my gosh, call Bubba Miss. No, call Ali, call Ray Sefo, call, just like a Karen. You went to the phone and tried to call everybody like you know you was a bitch and try to make sure that 146 was 146.0 and not the 146.1 with a rubber band in my head. Stop playing, Karen. Just chill. We'll fight soon.
Okay.
All right, guys. Amy.
Hi guys, Ben stole my question. I was going to ask you to be nice, but I don't think that's possible today. I'm just curious if the emotions that you guys are showing right now, if either of you are worried that maybe that's a little bit too much. Are you going to be able to focus during the fight, or are you going to be able to bring this heat into the cage?
Because Karen doesn't really deal with Amy like I do, I'll go ahead and take this question. Most of the guys have been saving the best for last, so I appreciate you guys for doing that. But because it's Amy Kaplan, I'm gonna go ahead and speak. Yeah, no, I've already considered this. We did this in April. Everyone was telling me, even Lockname was telling me, yo, just calm yourself down, calm yourself down. Then I showed up to weigh-ins with tape on my mouth, and then I showed up to the fight and literally blitzed his ass. He did absolutely nothing for 15 minutes except understand that he was giving up 4.5 minutes of riding time every round. And I'm glad they gave you a brown belt. I still have my white belt or blue belt, so it's gonna look real ridiculous when I blitz you again with that brown belt.
These people
I don't know why they gave you a brown belt with you screaming that you want to stand up, but it is
watched that fight and was like, wow, that was an exciting fight. That was a great fight. You're up.
It was very terrible for your fans to watch that fight. It was very terrible.
You do is stole your fucking balls off. You run around.
I put my balls on your back is what I did. I put my balls on the back of your neck. And I gyrated.
Yeah.
And then you went crying again.
Oh
my gosh, someone should tell him to apologize.
I got a few pictures of me with my balls.
You know why I call you Karen? Do you understand why I call you Karen? Because all you do is bitch and cry and complain and call and send in notes and fucking send emails and write letters. All you do is some Karen shit, dog. Matter of fact, your dad's in my DMs on some Karen shit. My mom or my people would never DM you. You know how many family members I got of Wade in my DMs? This week I might post some Wade family drama. Your father is in my DMs. What kind of Karen is that? Which parent is in another fighter's DMs except for your father?
Don't know.
All right, well, I can tell you, a Karen's.
Thank you, guys.
Right. Amy, did you have a follow-up?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay, Jake.
Hey guys, so Bubba, that was actually my question. Perfect timing. Explain the landlord jacket. What's up with that?
He know what the landlord jacket is. He say he live rent free. You know that rent due. You better have my checks. No, matter of fact, don't have it in check. Have it in cash, Karen. Have it in cash. The landlord is back and your rent is due. If you don't give me your rent this time, I'm evicting you. You understand? I live rent free in his head. No, you live in the shack in the back where the windows have cracks. And I knocked on that shit and said the landlord is back.
Don't move. Don't give him your neck. You're winning.
In the
Don't
back
move,
where
Bubba.
The windows have cracks.
Don't move.
And I knocked on that shit and said the landlord's back.
There. Don't move.
The
I'm the landlord.
Back.
Like, yo, it was like you were holding somebody waiting for the cops to come.
My rent in cash this time. I took it in check last time because we were close to Father's Day. This time I got Christmas and I got babies. Make sure you have my check in cash. I mean my shit in cash.
Watch.
The landlord is back, boy.
And shut your mouth. You're gonna shut your mouth soon.
You're gonna shut it for me, aren't you? No, you're not. I'm gonna gyrate on your back for the second time.
The
landlord is back. Make sure you have my fucking rent. Make sure you have my fucking rent.
Chris, you know, you've already fought Bubba twice. I'm wondering, what have you learned about him, about you two fighting with your time in the octagon so far?
What have I learned about Bubba as a fighter? Bubba's a bully. He's got a fucking huge mouth.
Yeah, right. You're damn right. I'm a bully. I've been bullying you since we met, Karen. I bullied you in the hallway. I bullied you at weigh-ins. I bullied you in the interview. I bullied you in the fucking elevator. As soon as I got on the elevator, you jumped off. I bullied you for life.
Shut the fuck up for 1 second. It's my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a bully. Go ahead. Go ahead, Karen. Next time, do an interview differently, bro. My energy doesn't match his. My style doesn't match his. He's nothing like me. So next
Yeah, we
time,
are
do an
nothing
interview
alike.
when
Obviously,
he's
that's why
gone.
we don't
When
fucking
he's
like each
gone.
other.
Every
We are
time y'all
nothing
ask him a
alike,
question, we
man.
gotta slow
You
the
walk
pace down
around like
and the
you're Conor
energy,
McGregor,
and we gotta
you're
like
a
actually
fucking
wake up
nobody.
to hear this dude.
You're a fucking nobody, and you do nothing.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do our last question. Patrick, Dana, please.
Hi, this is a question for both you guys. Chris can go first. Who do you guys think wins the 2023 PFL championship at the lightweight division, Gabriel Braga or Jesus Pineda?
It's featherweight, but all right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go Braga. You know, he got the close win over Pineda the first time. Tough dude. He's got one of those years going, man. He came out of nowhere, slipped in as the alternate, got the spot of I forget that other dude's name, but he took somebody's spot and he ran with it. And I just think sometimes that momentum means something. You see other sport teams go on these kinds of runs. So he just seems like he's got that flow this year.
And Bubba?
Yeah, man, Braga is having a Cinderella year. He's done some amazing things. I love what he's doing as a son. You know, I have sons of my own, so to see him have his father in the corner and for them to make their rise in the PFL is a wonderful, beautiful thing to see, man. I'm rooting for them. But I think Pineda wants that get back. You know, he had that fight in the beginning of the year where they gave him a loss. You know, I look at it a couple of times and I would have maybe gave Pineda another win. And Pineda has beaten the top two finalists of last year. And I think he's going to beat an undefeated guy and literally make himself on the map for a legitimate fighter. Pineda has legitimate skills, legitimate heart. He's a true scrapper. And not just because he beats me, because I definitely want that fight back. But I'm just super proud of what the two finalists have done this year to put themselves in the position to not only feed their family, but to make an exciting night. And I know he's a big 45-pounder. I'm praying that he makes weight because I really do want this fight. But I will take the $1 million in a heartbeat. Nonetheless, I knocked on that shack in the back of my head where the windows have cracked, and I told that little man, the landlord is back. He better have my money.
Thank you,
All
boys.
right.
Can't wait to watch you
My
throw
man.
down.
Oh, it, boys.
You better have my
Oh,
money.
Well, guys, I
You
think
know
I
it.
Where did you learn to write poetry? You got thrown out of high
Right,
school.
right
You
after
had to
I
write
beat your
poetry.
ass in April.
You got
Right
thrown out
after I
of high
beat your ass in
school.
April, I was
Who
thinking,
taught
roses are red,
you?
violets are
Yeah.
blue.
As
I
soon as
beat
you
the
woke
shit out
up,
of him and his
you
whole
woke
crew.
up off the canvas, you started writing
Bubba's
poetry.
the man, bad man teams. Every time I see Karen,
Yeah,
I want
earned
to
you make it
slap
for
his
me.
feelings. Like,
Earned you
yeah,
make
after I beat your
me
ass
here.
in April, I started writing poetry. It's
Born
another
in
thing.
fucking
It's another
Virginia,
talent of
lived
mine.
in Nevada, has
It's
a
another
Jewish
talent of mine. Here, let me think of
Yeah.
another one on the spot.
That's
With
another
all due
fucking
respect, some
guys.
respect ain't due. I'm a smack
Cut this
Karen and every
off.
man in his crew. How
He's
about
been
that?
back.
How
He's
about
been
that
back.
one? I can write another
All
one
right.
for you,
He's been-
Karen. You like my poetry?
Bubba, we got to end the poetry hour. You know when it's a question about
The
predicting
poetry
another fight
slam.
and they're
That's right.
arguing with each other. We got tension. I think I speak for everybody when I say we could do this all day.
All
But we got other
day,
guys.
Karen.
We got other
The reason
guys
why
to
we
get
can't
to.
Now
do
you're
this
with
all
it all
day
day. You
because
didn't
we
even
can't
want to be on
stand.
the phone when
You
you were
can't
late
stick with me.
before.
We've got other guys. Chris, Bubba, thank you both for the time. If everybody wasn't looking forward to the fight before, I know they are now. We will see you in Washington, D.C., gentlemen. Thank
Hey,
you for
good
your
luck,
time.
Cassius. I'm watching you, big dog. I've been watching you for a long time. Let's go, Clay. Go get it. I'll
Thank
see you
you,
guys.
guys.
Thank you guys for the interview. I appreciate it. Next time, have me on a different time than this guy because we not
Better.
cut the same.
All right. Noted. Thank you, Bubba. All right. As